Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Johny.C here, and today I have a guest, Sharmi. She was my first apprentice, and she's one of my tattoo artists. Hey, Sharmi.
What's up?
Today we're going to be watching a reaction video on 30 things that annoy tattoo artists. These are other tattoo artists talking about what annoys them. We're going to kind of give you our reaction of how we feel and what they say. And in the comments that they have on this video, there were some people that are pretty upset by the way these tattoo artists were acting and reacting to a few things. We'll give you our opinions on it. So let's get going.
Things that annoy tattoo artists. Wow, where do you start?
I hate to make this a rant, but these questions are perfectly executed for that.
Most annoying thing when I'm tattooing, when people fart, yeah.
Our drunk customers.
Being constantly late to every single appointment, like you don't know where the shop is, that you've been to a bunch of times.
Oh, what really pisses...
Constantly late. That's a perfect one to stop on. Sharmi, I know you hate this.
I have so many people who do this. Every single time I schedule them, I'm always like, man, I know you're going to be half an hour late to your appointment, for sure. Like, I have this kid, Robbie. Love you to death, dude. Like, if you see this, don't even. But, love him to death. He's awesome. But he literally, every single time I schedule him, is like, well, 2 o'clock was our appointment. Yep. And then, like, 2:30 rolls around. I'm like, all right, sweet. Like, I've been set up for 45 minutes. Let's go.
Guys, customers, dude, it costs us money. We have a very tight schedule, and like when we have to cancel because you come in 30, 40 minutes late, it sucks. You wouldn't want it done to you. Don't do it. Back to the video.
me off is maybe when the bar closes early, you know? That's why you buy your own drink. And what I did was I bought a big bottle of Jack Daniels and Mexican Coke, and I put it together. Mexican Coke, not the powder, the liquid. So I put them together. Super
Says the guy with
diabetes.
the Coke problem.
Oh my gosh, when someone DMs you says, how much? How much dough?
When the first question is how much?
Can I get it?
How much dough?
Oh, my God.
And that is exactly how somebody who asks a price for a tattoo does it. How much dough?
Right. Full sleeve, how much? Oh, fuck off.
Look, we charge an hourly rate. Most tattoo artists charge an hourly rate. We don't know what your design is. We don't know what you're getting. We don't know how you're going to sit. If I'm tattooing you and you keep pulling away from me, it's going to take a lot longer than if you just sit there and get it done. Are you a smoker? Are you going to take 40 smoke breaks on us? Those are all factors that we have to take into consideration. So when you ask us a price, and if you, I don't know about you, but if somebody wants a specific price, you're going to get overcharged so bad. My hourly rate, you're going to save money. If you ask me, hey, how much for this on this spot, I'm going to overcharge you because I have to make sure I make what I'm going to make off of it. So my hourly rate, I tattoo fast, you tattoo fast. I mean, we don't milk the cloth. So that's how it all kind of works.
Deal. I would love a deal. Maybe I can hook you up. You know, you need a pair of shoes or something like that. Any way they come around trying to get that deal, that's kind of annoying because, it kind of downgrades what you're doing.
Oh my gosh, this is a huge fucking thing with me. I have gone on so many rants about, hey, I know you, let's cut, like, can you cut me a deal? I had this one chick, like, 2 years ago when I started tattooing, she was like, hey, like, how much for this? It's just really small behind my neck. And I was like, dude, like, our shop minimum's 50, I'll even do it for 40 if you come in today, like, and she was like, okay, sweet. And then she didn't get a hold of me, and then, like, we posted something about, like, a year later, we posted something about how, like, we've been open for a year, so we're like all cutting deals for this month. And then she was like, oh hey, so that $40 tattoo that you already cut me a deal on, like, how much for it now? And I'm like, bitch, are you serious? Still $40.
Tattoo shops don't run double coupons.
Right.
You're not gonna eventually get your tattoo
It's
for
like, bitch,
free.
now it's 100. God.
Do trading for stuff, electronics, guns, and Jordans. Those are my 3 things that will get me to where I'm like, I'll think about it. But you're not going to get a deal because if you have a $200 pair of Jordans, you're going to get like a $100 tattoo for them $200 pair of Jordans.
See, I don't know about that. Like, I've never had anybody. I feel like people don't understand how much I'm actually willing to trade. Like, I've only been tattooing for 2 years, but like people are so, like, I had this chick on Instagram. I posted something about wine and coffee because I
Coffee.
go there every single day. I go there every single day. And she was like, hey, I'm a chocolatier. Like, I'll trade you tattoos for chocolate. And I'm like, bitch, you're talking to the right fucking person. Like, I would totally do that. I go
So-
there every single day.
Trading, we're a little hoary on the
Right.
trading.
Like, you're talking to the wrong person because I'd probably trade, I would trade a lot of shit for some tattoos.
Let's see what else we got.
Some things that annoy me as a tattoo artist is probably clients that try to finesse you on prices or just try to give you exact directions as if they were the professional in the situation.
But when we get like micromanaged, it makes the entire situation really stressful. It's not gonna create the best outcome for the tattoo, for the experience as well, for the whole session.
Real pushy, demanding clientele that thinks they're smarter than they actually are.
Changing the design last minute. You know, like I really put a lot of effort into trying to make the tattoo the best tattoo I possibly can. And then the last minute, someone changes the design, you kind of just throw it out the loop and, you know, have to kind of wing it.
They want to steer the
All right, so my stencils are very, very minimal. Like when I say very, very minimal, when I stencil something, it's literally like 5 or 6 lines. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Charmaine, on the other hand, her stencils are very, very intricate. She really likes having that blueprint. For me, if you're changing it up last minute, I mean, it is bothersome, but I don't care as much. The stuff that she does,
For me, it turns it almost into like a walk-in. Like, all right, dude, we're starting all over again. Like, sick. Can't wait to do this because it's going to take fucking forever. Like, it could turn a 15, 20, 30-minute tattoo into like, okay, now I have to replan my whole entire day.
and the thing about it is, man, we get people want what they want on their body. We totally understand that. But at some point, when you're asking for like a custom design, you have to let us make that custom, and you have to trust what we're doing. I don't know how many times people have looked at my stencils or looked at her stencils and been like, and then when they get done, their tattoos, like, you know, they're crying because it was above and beyond what they ever thought they were going to get. So it's kind of like a weird balance of, we want to give you what you want, but we are professionals. We know art, or we wouldn't be sitting here. So let us do what we do, right? I mean,
For sure.
tattoo into a very specific, narrow direction.
Like when you have a design set and then they look to their friend, who is like, and then their friend is the one to change.
Dude, I have to go off on this one. I've had this, a year into me tattooing. So this girl comes in and she's like, hey, well, she messages me and she's like, hey, I want like a specific flower. And I was like, all right, sweet. So I draw it up, right? And this was like before we had our iPads. Like, I literally, like, dude, I spent so much time on these flowers. And then, so she gets there and she's like, oh, hey, I changed my mind, I want roses. And I'm like, all right, sweet. And she's there with her friend. And so like every time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna place these roses kind of like this. And she's like, okay, so like, what do you think though? And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I was like, so are we doing color or black and gray? But what do you think though? I don't know. So I placed it in like the center of her arm. And like, I was like, all right, like, let me know if you don't like it. So I placed it and she was like, I don't know, like, what do you think? I'm like, oh my gosh, why? Why?
Charmy's a good friend of mine, right? She's the one who tattoos me majority of the time. Like, if I'm getting tattooed, I'm going to my girl Charmy. I'm telling her what she's putting on me, or I'm giving her the direction. I'm not asking her. I'm not going, hey, what do you think will look good right here? I'm going, hey man, this is the idea I got, put your twist to it, throw it on me. Done. So, I mean, that's asking for some outside advice from a non-professional who has shittier tattoos than everybody that's coming in today, and they're the expert. Come on.
Or like the chick that I had that was like, oh, I don't know how I want it placed. You got something right here. I don't know how I want it placed. Let me see how the girls on Pinterest have it.
All right, we're moving on.
Shut up.
We're moving on. Yep, that's a whole nother level.
Into design. That's annoying.
the worst.
Yeah, that's bad.
Literally on my confirmation email, it says come alone, and if they bring someone, they're gonna have to wait in the lobby. Even though it's one room, I'm still trying to scare them, so they just come alone.
Look, one of the things that annoy tattoo artists is micromanaging. When I enter the studio, for me, the most important thing.
I'm not going to talk long, but this guy's voice does it for me. And micromanaging. Like, I'll get tattooed by him.
What a hippie though, like his hair and like his.
That's the hairstyle you're trying to go for.
Like just straight, like side shaved, and then like the rest of it dreaded. But like my hair's thicker than that, I feel like, so it'll
He's
look a
balding
little
for
bit
sure.
better.
Me and him have the same hairline.
It's fine.
In the room is not you, is your tattoo, you know? And I expect you to do the same, you know? And when the personality doesn't allow them to just like let it happen and make the best for it, and they have to be grabbing their phone all the time.
Okay, but like another thing about this guy, his nipples are like a mile long, right? I'm just saying. Like, look at him though.
I'm not looking at his
Right on, they're right there.
All right.
Or complaining about how much it hurts, or asking all the time when is it gonna be finished. That is super annoying. I have clients who are like, do whatever you want. They email me, man, I trust you, I love your vision. Even though we went through references and we look at things and we agree and we're doing with your reference whatever I want. And then the day of the tattoo, they're like, no, I hate it.
I think being overly picky about your design is
100%.
Yeah, I feel like when you're looking for an artist, you kind of see their work.
So in the comments, this is one of the people that I think like people were commenting about, because the way she said it, people that are over picky, like that can mean so many things.
I mean, I guess as a viewer, like taking the tattoo artist perspective out of it, I could see that, because it's like, what do you mean? Of course I'm gonna be picky about it. It's on my body.
Yeah, if I was getting tattooed and I heard an artist talk like that, like over picky, like, well, how picky can I be? Now you're questioning yourself on what you can actually say to this person. I'm sure she's a great tattoo artist. I'm sure she does awesome work. But right out the gate, I'm turned off by her. Like, I would never get tattooed by her just because of the way she presented that little tidbit. I mean, would you agree?
For sure.
Because that's something that,
You
like,
should be able to be open with your tattoo artist and be able to, like, I don't know. You should both have a mutual respect and trust for each other, and if you don't have that, then you should probably look into
it's
it.
breaking the ice. I mean, you have to have some sort of level of respect for your clients or for anybody that you talk to break that ice. And the way that she's going about this answer, to me, it rubbed me wrong.
Right,
like,
for
right
sure.
away.
I was like,